Final Destination 5 begins with another interesting... my iPad just went off.
Hello and welcome to the Cavern of Terror.
Final Destination 5 stars Nicholas D'Acunzo, Emma Bell, Miles Fisher, and is directed by Stephen Quayle. Final Destination 5 begins with another interesting set of opening credits. It's broken glass mixed with some of the items that may or may not have helped kill survivors in the previous films. Now, I'll give it a pass because it's not as spoilery as the opening credits that we got in Part 4. These opening credits lead up to the introduction of our main character, Sam, played by Nicholas D'Acunzo. He's about to embark on a bus trip with his workmates and people that he works with. They're off to do a team bonding trip. Where to? I don't know, but I do know they're getting on a bus. So what is our major disaster at the beginning of Final Destination 5? Because anything is better than that stock car scene that we got in the last movie. It's actually a bridge collapse, and guys, I will be completely honest. This opening disaster blows the previous one out of the water. Now, I don't think it's quite as badass as the freeway that, the log scene in Part 2, or even the roller coaster in Part 3, but this is really, really cool. As you can see, I'm smiling, guys, because the positives don't stop there. This cast that we have in this final film, I'm going to say final a lot here, they're already 10 times better than the ones we got in the previous movie. I do still kind of miss my boy Hunt, though. Is that Tom Cruise? No, it's actually an actor named Miles Fisher, but this dude looks just like Tom Cruise. And a funny thing, I was looking on his IMDb, and he actually did a song. I didn't listen to it, but the music video is actually him playing Patrick Bateman in like a shot-for-shot version of American Psycho. So I'm probably gonna have to check that out. Is that Nick from Part 4? Come on, movie. No, guys, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's a joke to add on to my Miles Fisher thing, but Nicholas D'Acunzo actually does resemble Bobby Campo from Part 4. So when I was watching the beginning of this movie, I was like, they did not just recast the same guy at the beginning of this movie, but to add another horror layer to Final Destination 5, the guy that plays Sam, our lead, Nicholas D'Acunzo, was actually Fisher in Drive-Thru. So shout out to all my Drive-Thru fans out there. Oh shit, Tony Todd's back! In my last review, guys, I questioned whether it was necessary to cast Tony Todd and his corner character in the film. But I'm here to tell you that it's absolutely necessary. He just finds a way to introduce that just needed level of spooky. Wow, that was a real... Wow. I'm Owen Wilson now. That was a really weird way to describe it, but I think you guys get the point. I'll be honest with you guys, as I always am. Watching this movie will just show you how bad Part 4 is. We are dealing with a Boogeyman 2 situation here, people. Final Destination 5 literally does everything better than Part 4. Yes, I'm talking about you. Sticking with the honesty, I regrettably did not mention the score in Part 4 and how lackluster it is. It almost matches the kills. It's pretty lame, to be honest. But this time around, I think they nailed it, guys. I was really getting some first film vibes here, not just with the score, but with the direction as well. And I was getting a very big budget vibe here. I know the first movie had actually a lower budget than this one. I believe that one was $25 million. This one was $40 million. And actually, the one before this was also $40 million, but this movie was just executed that much better. They just did everything better here. The score, the acting, the beautiful cinematography, the very, very well done direction. It was just... You guys know what time it is by now. It is favorite death time. Now, as you guys know, if you see my review of Final Destination 4 or The Final Destination, pick a title for that movie. I did not have a favorite death in there, so unfortunately, I had to recount my favorite worst death or whatever I went for with my boy Hunt's death. But this time, fortunately for us, we do have a favorite kill, and that goes to Candace. Since we are on the last film in the franchise, guys, I'll give you a pass. Put your favorite kill in the comments down below of this video. But guys, I think to this day, this is the most graphic kill in this franchise. And we actually saw a girl get nails to the back of the head and become Pinhead. Okay guys, now everything I said up until this point has been a positive for the most part, and unfortunately, it's not all good for Final Destination 5. They actually tried to introduce comedy into this last installment in the franchise, and the Final Destination series is no stranger to comedy. There's been comedy in the previous movies, but those have been like dark, black comedy scenes. But in Final Destination 5, they actually tried true blue comedy. This is just me personally. I don't think it landed, especially in the spa scene. It just didn't work for me, and I really didn't like that character. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is one of the more layered Final Destination films because we actually get a subplot involving one of the other survivors, not the main character, and a police detective. It's a pretty cool subplot, but if I get into more detail about it, it's actually going to be really spoilery, so I really won't get into that. But I will tell you that it worked. There's been many plans of altering Death's plan in the Final Destination series, and I think this sort of jump the line angle that they use here is pretty refreshing. I like this addition to the series. I have one more thing to talk about before we get into the rating, guys. That ending though, bro. Seriously, if you love this series, you're gonna love this ending. It's totally worth it. In the end, guys, I'm gonna have to give Final Destination 5 a very strong It's not quite Metal Claw worthy, but it's pretty damn close. Is it the best sequel in the Final Destination series? No, I don't think so. But it does do a really good job of fixing the flaws that they had in the previous sequel. The characters were good, and I liked the acting, and the kills were badass. This was a well-directed film that really had a killer final scene that helped bring this franchise to a close. For now. That has been my review of Final Destination 5, so that means I'm done with the Final Destination series. What do you think of the Final Destination films? Let me know down in the comments down below. Who's your favorite survivor? What's your favorite kill? What's your favorite movie in this franchise? Let me know down in the comments down below. As I said, guys, I'm going to step away from franchise reviews for a while. I'm going to try to do some standalone movies. I already have another review written, and that video is going to be up sometime later this week, I hope. And I actually have a whole stack of movies over there that are sort of one-offs. I'm really trying to build my review catalog, so it's going to be a little while until you see another franchise on the Cavern of Terror, but they will return. If you liked this video, guys, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps the channel. If you like it, YouTube will put it in the algorithm for people to see. If you want to see more content on the Cavern of Terror, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button. Make sure you make the notifications all, that way you know that I'm putting out content. If you want to see more content from the Cavern of Terror, follow me on social media, guys. I have all the links in the description box down below. But most importantly, I'm Zach. This has been the Cavern of Terror. Stay metal, my friends.